Okay, don't be nervous because this is in chart form. Um, we are given the radius of a circle, and we're being asked for the diameter and the circumference. You know what? Let me get a circle in here. Okay, as well, of course you need to know what these words mean. Radius, diameter, circumference. Let's start with radius. Look at this circle. Can you give me an example of a radius? Name it using letters. Hopefully you either said KB or KM, because this would be an example of a radius. A radius goes from the center of the circle out to the edge. Now, what is meant by the word diameter? Okay, the diameter of a circle goes from one side all the way to the other. In this case, MB is the diameter of the circle. So KB was a radius, MB is the diameter. So what's the relationship between these two? So in this case, for example, we're given a radius of 16. So that means this is 16. Well, if the radius is 16, how will we find the diameter? Well, of course, the diameter should be double that, which would be 32. Okay, so if you understand the simple relationship between radius and diameter, if you have one, you should automatically have the other. So if the radius is 16, the diameter should be 32. Alright, now as far as the circumference, we are given two formulas for circumference. We can either think of the circumference as 2 pi times the radius, or we can think of the circumference as pi times the diameter. Now, we just found the diameter a second ago. It's 32. So it would be really easy to just put 32 right here for the diameter, and that would be the answer for the circumference. So if I just put it right in there, that would become pi 32. But of course, we'll be more comfortable if we write 32 pi. Alright, so no matter what we do, 32 pi is going to be the answer for circumference. Okay, now we could convert that to a decimal if we wanted to. Let's see, 32 pi. Okay, so as a decimal that would be 100.5. Okay, you should be prepared to give it to me in either form. If I had used this formula with 2 pi times the radius, then it would have been a matter of putting in 16 for the radius. So this would have become circumference equals 2 pi times 16. But of course 2 times 16 is 32. So either way, I'm going to get 32 pi or 100.5. Alright, so that was number 14.